What's up, guys? This is Chris with Serving and Swerving, and I like to just go to different spots and check out the areas. So this video is going to be about Tombstone, Arizona. I actually have a truck that I just left in Arizona. I fly out there all the time, then I just camp out of the back. I visit all the spots in Arizona, and I record the main videos. So I went down to southern Arizona, hit up Tucson, did Bisbee, did Tombstone, and this video is on Tombstone. It's about 7 minutes long, but it's to show you guys what to expect. It was a really cool spot, and I'm glad I enjoyed it. I try to just hit up different spots. Sometimes I'll plan it out, other times I'll just show up. This is one of those times I just showed up, and Tombstone did not disappoint. I learned a lot about history, a lot about different cultural things out west, and about the town of Tombstone. Check out the video, let me know what you like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk at the end. Few places have as legendary history as the city of Tombstone, Arizona. The old mining town is famous for being the location of the gunfight at the OK Corral and numerous old Western legends. Like Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, and all kinds of different famous people from the old West days are here. So we're going to go through Tombstone. I buy a ticket, and then we're going to go see the actual play, which has like a live Western performance of the shootout at the OK Corral. Let's listen, and then I'll tune back in.
Shoot up, boo, damn. Simple enough. Yeah. Well, that was convincing.
How was Tucson, Doc?
Well, festival was a bust, if you must know. Plenty of money to be had, but...
Oh, I don't want to hear this kind of talk.
What about you, Wyatt?
I'm going to fight you, Ike.
That's what I thought.
No money in it.
And I reckon it's about time we fetch all this fighting talk to a close.
Billy, have you been listening to a single thing I said?
I've heard everything you said, Frank, but this is Ike's problem.
What do you mean this is Ike's problem? You've seen how Doc and the no-good hurt dogs have been treating him.
No, he does this everywhere we go. He gets a few drinks in him, and he thinks he can whip his weight in Wildcats.
Well, of course not, Morgan. When I say man.
All right, Holiday. You want to play for blood?
Bill, give me that gun. No, just take it, Wyatt, and let me die. Leave me alone. I can't get that shit. Billy? Billy, no!
Frank McCloud. Dead. Tom McCloud.
Yeah, the gunfight was cool. The actors did really good. And anywhere in like Tombstone and Bisbee and these little cool spots, you're going to find all kind of actors. And it's cool because I actually like tipping these actors. You know, these are like the real everyday actors who probably have a side job and just do this for fun. But let's get back to oh yeah, you can actually, whenever you're in the OK Corral, this is a prostitute's bed in a bed house. So it actually shows a lot of the famous prostitutes from that day. And you know what? It's people feel different ways about it, but it's like anytime there's a large group of guys, prostitutes came and bars came and different stuff like that came. So then you get to see some of the ladies who are there. You get to see the town, and this place even has like steel work, and they make different old-fashioned taffy and all kinds of old school stuff. You can buy a bunch of souvenirs and guns and stuff. Let me read a little bit about Tombstone history, though, because it is interesting. It became one of the last boom towns in the American frontier. The town grew significantly into the mid-1880s as the local mines produced 40 to 85 million in silver, the largest productive silver district in Arizona. Its population grew from 100 to around 14,000 in less than 7 years. I mean, this place drew a lot, and they called it the town that wouldn't die because it like got burnt. It got flooded. Like a bunch of stuff happened to this town, and they kept rebuilding. And it was a very popular mining spot until one of the days it flooded. And then they realized to spend the money on the pumps, it would be, it'd be too expensive. So they just moved elsewhere, and it kind of became a ghost town. But now it's popular for tourism, and for good reason. Like I said, if you're just driving by in Arizona looking for something to do, I say spend a morning at Bisbee and Tombstone. You're going to see the Birdcage Theater, which is really cool. It's actually like the spot where a lot of the famous people were here. Doc Holliday, Earp, Wyatt, all of them were actually here. They'd hang out at this spot. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Stage 1881 made her fame to fortune tour Europe as a musician. Looking closely at that young lady, it looks as though she's got 2 belly buttons. The bottom belly button is a bullet hole. One of those rabid cowboys that fills out a 6-pack of bullet holes in this canvas. Some of the most famous characters of Western history are stood upon. We're only in 8% of the strand over historical buildings, so don't miss an opportunity to see the rest of the birdcage the way it actually was in the 1880s. We also self-guided tours, $15 for adults.
The Tombstone Epitaph is definitely somewhere cool to check out too. So this is where they made the newspapers at, and it's actually like one of the most popular newspapers back in the day, and it would kind of serve everywhere on the West Coast. So it would even be like brought up to California in different spots. And I like traveling and learning. I say I like learning a little about a lot because like places like this are cool because I didn't expect to learn a lot about the printing press and how the ink worked and how the steel tablets worked and different industrial revolution ideas and different printing presses and whatnot. But I learned a decent amount while I was here, and that was interesting to see. So whenever you're here, you definitely want to see the gunfight. You definitely want to watch one of the movies at the OK Corral, which kind of gives a story of Tombstone. You want to go to the Queen's Bird Cage House or whatever that was called, because that's where the cowboys and the Western people actually hung out. You want to get a photo taken because you do like the Western photos. That's always like iconic to have. And then you also want to maybe try some like prickly pear fruit or something like that. They also have Big Kate Saloon, which was another popular saloon that was here whenever Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp were here. So you could get a picture in the bar. This chick's holding a gun. Hey, it's the West. It's Arizona. And also here, they have a lot of cool stuff because this was a mining town. Like, to really know the history of America and the founding people, you hear of the gold rush. But stuff like this puts it into perspective. I mean, they were really out here doing it and living dreams and making it big somewhere. So you get to see how some of them lived. It was a cool spot, and let me talk to you one more time before we say goodbye. Well, thanks for checking out the video. I have a few more left in Arizona. I actually went to Tombstone and Bisbee like 3 months ago. So I've just had these chilling in my phone, and I'm trying to get them out so I can make more videos on St. Louis and the Midwest. But if you like learning about different spots or checking out different things, subscribe to the channel, Serving and Swerving. I'm a bartender in downtown STL. But I like traveling, so I go like Destin, Florida, Colorado, Tennessee, and I try to do the main things, check out the sites, and give you guys an idea of what to expect. Thanks. Be sure to subscribe, press like, leave a comment if you liked it. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you on the next video, which should be soon.